Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for daily tarot predictions for Monday, September the 10th. We are going to go ahead and start right off the bat with Aries. The card that you guys have coming up is the Queen of Pentacles. So, Aries, on Monday, September the 10th, you guys may be hosting or hostessing some type of event, whether it's a meal, whether it's a party, whether you're just having people come over and hang out in your home, but you are the host or the hostess on Monday, Aries. Hello there, May, Lebanon, Diane, Lennon, or Ria. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the thumbs ups already, guys. I appreciate that. Taurus, let's see about you guys for Monday, September the 10th. What kind of card are y'all going to get? Okay, Taurus, here we go. What you guys have showing up is the Great Bear in reverse. This just tells me that there's going to be something happening on Monday that it would be very easy for you to be insulted or offended by, Taurus. But instead of being insulted or offended, what you're doing is you are offering grace. You're just letting this thing flow right off of your back like duck off of like water off of a duck's back. I almost said like duck off of water's back. And you're not really paying too much attention to this thing that could have been insulting or offensive. And when this card comes up, usually later on in the day or within the next couple of days, you find out more of the backstory about what was going on with this other person. And when you do, you realize that you're glad that you did not actually, react to what they did or what they said. Not justifying what they did or what they said, but just understanding, having empathy for them that, I can kind of see where they were in a really bad place and how maybe that could happen because of that. Okay. So that's what we've got going on for you guys on Monday, Taurus. Mississippi Queen, welcome back. Linda S. Hello, hello. Glad to see you back. All right, let's look at Gemini. Gemini for Sunday, September the 10th. Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate that. All right, Gemini, what you guys have here is the Ace of Swords, and it is in reverse. Normally, what I say for this, and I think this is going to apply for a few of you, is that this is you passing along good information to somebody else, whether you're teaching a conference of, like 5,000 people, or whether you're teaching your little one to tie their shoe. But what I felt first off when I picked up this card, and what I feel like applies to the majority of you Geminis, this has to do with cutting ties with someone or with something. Okay. So this could be cutting ties in some kind of relationship. This could be cutting ties with a workplace. This could be cutting ties with a pet. Maybe you guys lose a pet, or maybe a neighbor had a pet that you really, really loved and now they've moved away or something like that. But anyway, cutting ties with something on Monday, Geminis. Next up is Cancer for Monday, September the 10th. While I'm shuffling for Cancer, let me just announce that if you guys would like to schedule a private reading where we can look at some things in depth, help you make some decisions with more clarity, or if you would like to schedule a full Reiki session, which is actually an hour long with all that Reiki energy going straight to you, not being shared with anybody else. It's quite the experience, actually. You can find out how to do that on my website, which is listed in the description below. And I will also tell you is www.amista.info. Amista.info. Once you're there, you can check out all my contact information, get a hold of me, and we'll get you scheduled quickly. Cancers, you did have a card that popped right out, sprung right out as I was shuffling. What you have is the Chariot card in reverse. I feel like you guys may have been planning on traveling in some way, and it doesn't even have to be like a big trip type travel. This could be like your commute to work, and that trip gets delayed or blocked. So there may be some kind of car trouble issue, Cancers, on Monday. If you know you have issues on your car, this is, a good time to do some preventive maintenance. And for others of you, this is a heads up that you may need to have a backup plan for your vehicle on Monday, Cancers. All right, so Libra check. I see. Yeah, some people don't like to be called out on their lies, and that's not limited to Scorpios either. Just saying. Just saying. All right, next up we have Leos for Monday, September the 10th. La da 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 la da da da. Leos, Leos, Leos. Okay, guys, what you have. Oh, you guys have a powerful card today. You have the Rising Phoenix. Technically, it's labeled the Death card. I would label it the Transition card, or I don't know, maybe I would call this one the Rising Phoenix with this artwork. So, this does talk about transition, and the Rising Phoenix is like the perfect illustration for a card like this, because the Phoenix burns down to the ground and then somehow manages to rise up in a new and improved form. So, Leos, you do have some kind of transition going on Monday, some kind of big change. And whatever this big change is, however you feel about it right now, Leos, this card basically says that it will work out for the better. See all that sunlight there? Whatever this transition is, it's a very positive move forward. So try to flow with it. Try not to resist it, Leos, and just enjoy where it's taking you. LRKK, haven't seen you in a while. Glad you're here, my dear. How are you? Hey, Tammy Bambi, welcome back. Carrie, you can put whatever spin on it you would like. What I was picking up was what I said whenever I read the card. It's typical that people who read cards can watch videos like this and they can get a completely alternate reading off of the card. That's common. In those cases, usually both reads are actually going to be right. For the most part. Of course, this is a general reading, so not everything I see will apply to every single person. But for the most part, you can get two reads. If you read cards, you can read the card the way that it's impressing you, and you can also listen to what the reader is getting, and you can have two very accurate reads. La da da da, Helene, Helene. Hi, Helene. You're going to have to catch me after the Reiki video for me to answer a question like that, honey bunny. Dolores Greco Fortier. Hello, hello. I think I saw another Fortier in my room for my other video. You're quite welcome, Carrie. Okay, so we're up to Virgos. Happy birthday, Virgos. This is going to be your card for Monday, September the 10th. For those of you who are Virgos who would like to schedule a live reading with me, I do offer a 25% discount as my way of saying happy birthday, Virgo. La da 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 da. Oh, okay. So we do have two Fortiers in the room. That makes sense. Thank you. So are you guys related, or is this just a wild synchronicity? Virgo, the card that you got is the Adder in reverse. Adder in reverse has a very specific meaning for me, Virgos. There is no other card in all of my decks that has this meaning. Okay? So when the Adder comes up in reverse for you Virgos, what this means is that there's been somebody in your life who has been trying to usurp your power. You've been aware of this. This isn't like something you didn't know was going on. Something's going to be happening Monday where this comes to a head. And after this comes to a head, I think, Virgos, you're going to be taking care of business. And you won't have this person usurping your power anymore. That will be over. Okay, that's for you, Virgos. Sand, hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see you in the room, honey. Next, we're on to Libras for Monday, September the 10th. 2018 for Libra. La da 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 la da 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 da. Libras, you are some traveling people. You've got the 3 of clubs. This just means that you will be doing some traveling or making some travel plans, one or the other. The other way that this could come in is you could be making some kind of long-term plans that don't necessarily involve travel, but my more typical meanings are travel plans or actually traveling Monday, Libras. Ah, gotcha, Carrie. All right, so let's see. Scorpios. Let's see what we got for September 10th, Monday. Scorpios and fellow Scorpios. You're quite welcome, Francine. Goody two shoes, goody two shoes. What do you do? Glad to see you back in the room, honey bunny. Would you have thanked me if I had given you a thumbs down on travel? What if it would have said, travel plans are changing? All right, so Scorpios, we did have a couple of cards, I think, fall out. How many? Definitely 2. 2. What's going on here for us? Let me just show you the cards and I'll do a little bit of feeling after that. So Scorpios, we do have the 8 of Pentacles, which has to do with work. And we have the 2 of Cups in reverse as well. So I'm seeing a couple of ways that this is, well, that's the deal then. There's a couple of ways that this is panning out. I'm not really landing on one more solid than the other. So I think we've got a half and half mix. So some of us will be having this one manifestation. The others of us will be having this other manifestation. And a few of us will have both. So basically what we've got going on here, the first manifestation that I'm seeing is that where we used to enjoy our work, on Monday, we're not feeling so attracted to doing work. In fact, we're kind of feeling like, I don't want to work today. All right. Now, the other thing that's coming up, which is more typical for us Scorpios actually, is that with this 2 of Cups in reverse, there's somebody or something in our lives that we're not enjoying like we used to enjoy. And so we are escaping by working. Rather than be with this person or confront this situation or issue, if it's not a person, we're just going to work instead. Okay, so that's going to be for half of us. All right. Some of us may get both of this. Not the most of us. Some of us, there may be somebody or some situation in our lives that we don't really want to participate in anymore. We're not enjoying anymore. And so we're going to be working instead. And at the same time, we may not really enjoy our work either. It's just kind of the lesser of 2 evils. That's not going to be for most of us. So for some of us, we're going to be, when we're looking at most of us, we got about a 50-50 split of something going on that we're not enjoying as much as we used to. So we're replacing that with work instead of doing what we're not enjoying. And for others, we're just not enjoying work. It is for a Monday. Kind of fits for a Monday, doesn't it? There was an Adam Ant reference. I don't even know who Adam Ant is. Somebody's spirit knows who Adam Ant is, and somebody needed that reference, apparently. Thank you, Dolores. I appreciate that, my dear. Your car is unpredictable. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. You must be a Cancer, huh? Okay, let's look at Sagittarius next for September the 10th. Monday, September 10th for Sagittarius. Thank you guys for the thumbs ups. I do appreciate them. Thank you also for sharing this video. I appreciate that as well. The more people I get to help, the happier I am. I'm lucky. Work makes me happy. Happy, happy, happy. All right. Sagittarius, you guys have the Knight of Pentacles showing up in reverse. Knight of Pentacles in reverse is just telling me that you are blowing the budget on Monday. Now, this can happen one of two ways. Either you're not doing what you know it takes to bring income in, or you're just not being very careful with your expenditures. Or, well, it doesn't even have to be that you're not very careful, but you're spending more than you know is in the budget and just thinking, I'll fix it later. I mean, you could have some kind of emergency situation come up where you're just covering that. Maybe if a water heater goes out in the house or something like that. And you're just thinking, okay, well, I'll just have to figure out how to fix that, the hole in the budget later on. Either way, you know, something's going on where your budget is being sort of trashed on Monday, Sagittarius. Oh, I did not know that was from Adamant. I just used to get sung that song a whole lot because I was such a goody two-shoes when I was a little girl. I was a good Catholic girl when I was coming up. You would never know it now. But I was a good Catholic girl. All right, next we are looking at Capricorn for Monday, September the 10th. So people would sing that song to me all the time. You don't drink, you don't smoke. What do you do? All right, Capricorns. You guys have the 10 of arrows showing up in reverse. This just means that you are going to be teaching or instructing somebody on something. You could be orienting someone or some group of people to a work situation. You could be teaching a little one how to tie his shoes. But you're going to be doing some kind of teaching, advising, or mentoring on Monday, Capricorns. Only rising, that's good. Goody two-shoes. Yep, that's exactly what they would sing to me. Everybody I knew did some kind of pot. Everybody I knew did some kind of drinking. I didn't really start drinking until I got in the military. And then that didn't last long. I stopped that as soon as I got married. Aquarius for Monday, September the 10th. You're quite welcome. Okay, so Aquarius, what you have here is the 7 of clubs showing up in reverse. 7 of clubs in reverse just means that you have set some kind of boundary with somebody in your life, Aquarius, and told them, you know, I don't mind doing this, this, or this, but if you want this or that, then you better talk to somebody else because it ain't me, babe. Okay? And so what's going on is the person is trying to bust down those barriers. They're basically just trying to see if you're really going to stand by your word or not, or if they pretend that they didn't hear you, if they could still get you to do all the things that you used to do. Okay? Up to you how you respond. Are you going to enforce what you said, or are you going to let it go? That makes 2 of us, goody. Ilsa, glad to see you too, my dear. How are you today? Every time I see your name, I just think that just sounds like such a good German name. It makes me think of when I used to live in Bitburg. Pisces, you're up next for Monday, September the 10th. Ein Bitburger Bits. Da, 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 da. Pisces, for Monday, September 10th. What will come up for you guys? La da da la da 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 da. Okay, so Pisces, what you have showing up here is the Princess of Wands. This just means that you're going to be feeling very upbeat about some kind of new project or new idea that you have. And you are going to be making some plans to take some action on this new idea or a new project or new plan that you have on Monday, Pisces. I don't see you actually doing anything yet. We don't have the Knight of Wands, but we do have the Princess of Wands. So thinking about it, maybe even communicating about it, but not really actually taking action just yet. Getting there though. Okay. All right, so that covers all these signs. I do want to talk a little bit about something. This is kind of a continuation from yesterday's talk. I got in a good question from someone this morning because yesterday we were talking about what you do when you get a new deck of cards. And somebody had asked me, let's see if I can find that. Okay, so she was actually reading back or listening back about clearing the deck, and she says, I noticed you use a circle mirror. Can I use a square one that I use for makeup, or does it have to be a circle? So I actually sent her back an answer, but I thought, if one person's wondering, probably other people are wondering too. For me, the mirror is gonna still enhance the power of the salt to clear the energy away, whatever size or shape that it is. Personally, I like to use a circle or an oval mirror because there are no corners, and that kind of implies the whole infinity thing. And when you're using a deck of tarot cards, you're not limiting yourself in time. Time is very fluid to spirit. And so there are definitely lots and lots of readings where you're looking at the future in time. And many readings where you're looking at the past. There's the past, present, future spreads. Sometimes you'll have somebody come to you with questions about, why did this person act that way? So then you're looking in the past. So, when you're using the tarot deck, you are really looking in an infinite amount of space of time. So for me, it makes sense to use a round or an oval mirror because of that implication of infinity, just in making that, tracing that around. However, either way, it's going to enhance the power of the salt. And the other thing I would say, absolutely not to use, don't use a broken mirror unless you want broken messages from your deck. And the other thing that I am going to mention too, like with a square or a rectangle mirror that has very clear boundaries, it has very clear corners, I would hesitate to use that. I won't say don't use it, but I will say I would hesitate to use that because then that may suggest to your deck that you're going to be putting limitations on what you want to read or how you want to read, and you don't want to ever pass along that kind of energy to a deck. That's just me, because everything that you're doing, whenever you're setting up your deck, when you're clearing it and all of that good stuff, you are preparing it to manifest some really good messages, some really useful messages. So you don't really want to limit it in any way. You want to do everything you can to point it towards the kind of manifestations that you want when you're going to be using it. That's just me. That's just my personal opinion. So like I said, I wouldn't tell anybody, don't use any particular type of mirror, except I would not use a broken mirror. You're quite welcome, Carrie. Oh, that's okay. You can always play it back, Ebru. All right, so guys, I've taken care of everything that I want to take care of today. I do want to thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate the questions that you ask and how you guys keep me on my toes. It's really wonderful. And I love the way you guys share and the thumbs up, and you guys get the word out about me to other people. I appreciate that so much, because truly, the more people I can help, the happier I am. So thank you, because I really rely on you guys. You guys are my best advertising. So thank you so much. Everyone have a fantastic, wonderful, thrilling, and peaceful day, and I'll see you all on the next video.